guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do a 2-week postpartum, post-baby, post-C-section little update for you, and if you're interested, then just keep watching. Okay, so if you didn't know, I had my little girl a little over 2 weeks ago. I had been induced at 39 weeks because I'm diabetic and she was getting too big. They estimated that she would be about 9.5 pounds, and she actually was 9 pounds 15 ounces. So she's a big girl. And I was in labor for about 13 hours before they decided that I needed to have a C-section. I had dilated to a 10 and I was pushing for 3 hours and she just wasn't budging. So they decided best bet would be to have a C-section because she wasn't coming out. So I was not prepared for that at all. I thought for sure that I would just have her natural. That wasn't like really in my head. I was kind of nervous in case I needed to have one, but I wasn't prepared for that. And I definitely was not prepared for the pain. If any of you have had a C-section, then you know what I'm talking about. We were in the hospital. We went in Friday morning at 7 a.m. and then we left Monday afternoon. So we were there for 3 days. And the first day, so I didn't have her until she was born at 9:55 at night. And by the time we got back to our room, it was after midnight and we didn't get any sleep. And I was still like so delirious from all the pain meds and everything. So I didn't even notice any pain at all. I was just like so loopy and so out of it. But so Saturday morning, I still had a catheter, so I didn't have to get up and go to the bathroom at all. So I was perfectly fine just like laying in bed, and I wasn't getting up or anything. I had lost a lot of blood, so I was super dizzy and nauseous, and they weren't letting me out of bed yet until that afternoon at lunchtime. They got me to sit up on the side of the bed and then to stand and then get into a chair for lunch. So I was in bed that whole time, and getting up, they had taken my catheter out too, so I was able to go to the bathroom. Getting up out of bed that first time, I still didn't have a lot of pain, but later on through the day when I was able to get up on my own and go to the bathroom, and it was so incredibly painful. The epidural had totally worn off. All the pain meds that they had given me had totally worn off, so I could feel everything. And when I got up, I was like all hunched over. I couldn't like straighten up at all. It felt like my incision was gonna burst open. It hurt so bad, and I had to hang on to like the side rails on the toilet to like lower myself to the toilet. It was just that pain was horrendous. And they were giving me, they were alternating Motrin and Tylenol every 3 hours to try to like stay on top of the pain. But I was totally fine. As long as I was laying in bed, I was totally fine. But getting up and sitting in a chair was bad. Now, when I was able to, I think Sunday was the first day I was like walking around the room. I got a shower, and then I would walk around the room for a little bit. And after like 2 or 3 minutes, the pain would go away. I would have a little bit of burning on the left side. I don't know if they had to pull that side tighter to suture it or why it was only like hurting on the left side, but walking around definitely helped. The pain is really, really bad, but I will say after walking around the room for a couple minutes, the pain got so much better. So I highly suggest, even if you don't want to just walk around, because it will definitely help. And obviously the more you get out of bed and walk around, the better. So yeah, so that was my experience. Just like super painful. And even when we got home, the first week was really, really bad, especially the first 2 days I was home, because like the nurses would come in right at that 3 hour mark and give me medicine, and I was like just not really thinking about it when I was at home, so I wasn't like staying on top of it, and I would wait too long and then the pain would be so bad, and I had to have Carlo like helped me out of bed. Like I couldn't do anything. You can't lift anything. They tell you not to lift anything heavier than your baby. And so basically I wasn't allowed to lift anything more than 10 pounds, which was like my purse. I think my purse weighs more than 10 pounds. But I couldn't do anything. He had to carry the baby, the car seat, the diaper bag. He would have to change her because I couldn't stand for more than like a few seconds before it just hurt so bad. So I was basically like sitting in a recliner chair for a few days, and he was just kind of like doing everything. So the first week was really bad with the pain. I bawled for like 2 days straight because the pain was really, really bad. And I felt like I wasn't contributing. Like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get up when she cried. And through the night, like I had to wait for him to get me up. If I had to go to the bathroom, I had to have him help me get up out of bed. And yeah, so I really I needed a lot of help. But after the first week, the pain slowly went away. I didn't need any more pain medicine, and I felt so much better. I was able to care for my baby, so that's good. I feel really good right now. And you'll see it in another video, just like a real life, I did like a vlog, and just like being super emotional from the hormones, like all over the place. I was like super sad, and I think it had to do with like the pain. I just felt so overwhelmed. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. I was trying to recover from my C-section, and it just like all like caught up to me. So I was like super emotional and sad for a couple of days, and then I felt like my hormones like totally leveled off because I feel great now, and I'm able to do everything. Before I actually had a doctor's appointment today, they just checked my incision. It looks really good. It's healing. And yeah, so I'm recovering. I feel really good. I can drive now. They tell you not to drive for the first 2 weeks, so I'm past my 2 weeks. I can drive now, which is good. Kind of get out of the house if I want to. So yeah, that's how I've been doing. And Oakland is doing really good. She doesn't sleep at night. Just been a struggle. Yeah, we're not getting much sleep at all. And I knew like that would happen, but it's like bad. I'm hoping as, the weeks go on, it gets better and she figures out, when it's bedtime. But I know she's just still a newborn. We try everything. We try swaddling her. She's perfectly fine downstairs. We have 2 different bassinets. We have a swing. We have a dog tot. Of course, her crib. Like, we have all kinds of stuff for her, and she totally will lay in them during the day. Not her crib because it's upstairs, but all the other things she'll lay and be totally fine during the day. But as soon as we bring her upstairs to go to sleep, she just screams and cries when we lay her down. Like, she wants held. And, like, we don't hold her a lot during the day. So I don't know why, but, like, since she was born, like, even in the hospital, that's how it was. We didn't get any sleep. She would not lay in her crib that they provide you with. We had to hold her all night long, and so we didn't get any sleep, and it was just a struggle, and it's still a struggle. We're trying everything we can think of, so I'm just hoping, the next few weeks it gets better, but yeah, she's doing good. We went to the pediatrician twice. The first time was just to look her over and do paperwork and stuff. And then the second time was to make sure she was back up to her birth weight, because when we left the hospital, she was 9 pounds, 11 ounces. And then when we went back to the pediatrician last week, she was up to 10 pounds again. So that's good. She's eating. She doesn't latch. She won't. I really wanted to breastfeed her, but she just hasn't figured it out yet. So I've just been pumping and putting it in a bottle for her. And then we did have to supplement some formula because her blood sugars were kind of low, but she really hasn't been getting formula. It's just been breast milk just through a bottle. So yeah, she's doing really good. She's growing. We just have to get the nighttime routine figured out. So yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this little update. Everything's going good with us. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I would love to have you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.